this program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA as an empowered. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach.
There you go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. My name is Becca Dukes, and I am excited to be able to bring more information to you as we are looking at Life Force, an amazing product line that Youngevity has brought into their umbrella of products as it is cutting edge, folks. So I am super excited to be here. I hope you are too. We let people in out of the waiting room. So folks, if you're watching us on any of the platforms, and you would like to join us, you are more than welcome to do so as well, as we are here Monday through Friday from 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific, 1 to 2 Mountain, 2 to 3 Central, and 3 to 4 Eastern Time by going to zoom.dailywithdoc.com. Again, that's Zoom, ZOOM dailywithdoc.com. And don't forget to go to our website, dailywithdoc.com, sign up for our email list, and you will receive emails reminding you of the shows, introducing who we're going to be having on the show, and also who we've had in the past. That makes it easy for you to be able to just search your email, look for a topic that you're wanting to get information on, and have it right there in your email to share. And share, folks. There are so many things that are being spread about not being able to do anything but take a drug. And that is so untrue, so untrue. Super excited as I'm going through the naturopathic practitioner course, finishing that up, and all the information that's just confirming what I have known and what I have learned from our great Dr. Wallach has to be truth when it comes to the body, because folks, we're not chemical deficient, nutrient deficient. And if it's a nutritional deficiency, think of how easy it can be to correct it. Well, today, as I mentioned, we are going to be having with us Christa Way, who came in to the Youngevity family from the company Life Force. And I am so thrilled to have her on with us. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? All right, grab your favorite cup of coffee, tea, whatever it is, and let's sit back, grab your notebook, grab your pen, because I am so excited, as Christa Way is a wellness powerhouse. She's a nutritionist, herbalist, massage therapist with over 30 years of experience helping people reclaim their health and vitality. And after overcoming significant health challenges herself, Christa has become a passionate advocate for holistic health. She believes that our bodies are incredible and deserve the utmost respect. And today she will be sharing her wisdom on how to nourish your body from the inside out, the importance of whole foods, the power of holistic approaches, which the Life Force products and Youngevity both offer. So, Christa, thank you so much for being here with us today. And folks, if you were invited by somebody specific, you want to make sure that you get back with them and thank them. Okay, thank them. And remember who it is that shared this program with you, because they thought enough of you and cared enough about you to share this program. So make sure that you get back with them. If you have any questions, you can ask the person that shared this program with you first. If they don't know the answer, they will direct you and help you to find the answers of what's going to be best for you to help you also find a better health journey. Now, Christa, Life Force brought in so many different products. Well, it's actually a handful, a handful, and then a couple different combination packs. And today, as we're talking, I mean, we've got Recharge, we've got Vital Start, we have Tahibo, we have Gentle Fiber. What is the correlation between these products and how our body's able to utilize them?
Oh, wow. Great question, Rebecca. So, one of the things that we're learning more and more and more is that pretty much every disease comes from nutrient deficiency, right? And what we feed our bodies, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, it takes its toll. It makes an impact, whether it's a positive impact or a negative impact. What we put in our bodies, what we consume on a daily basis is the foundation for our health. Basically, that's kind of all there is to it, really. how we spend our day, whether we exercise, whether we drink enough water, whether we detoxify. I mean, there's all these pieces of the puzzle. And one of the things that is, I believe, most important is to eat and supplement with natural foods, natural supplements in the best way possible, because that is where the body gets what it needs to heal itself. Mm-hmm. And that's what this body has been designed to do, is heal itself, right? It just needs the tools to do it. So one of those tools, I'm going to go through a few of our Life Force products today, and I am actually going to ask your indulgence today, because I got up this morning and wrote a whole bunch of notes. One of the things that happens for me, I've had a number of very, very severe brain injuries, and I've lost all my memory. I've been in a coma. I've had all kinds of stuff happen, and sometimes I have days that are more difficult than others, and days where it's more difficult to retain information, to remember what I learned. And so today I decided I am just going to have some notes in front of me, just to make sure I give you all the information that you deserve, really. So if you see my eyes kind of darting over here every now and again, I'm referring to my notes. So we're going to start today. Sorry, what was that?
I said, absolutely not a problem. Please share with us.
Okay. So I'm going to start today by talking about Tahibo. And one of the things that Becca and I just mentioned was the healing of the body and using natural products to do that. Tahibo is, I believe, one of the most amazing products that Life Force has carried. When I first joined Life Force almost 28 years ago now, they only had, I think, 5 products, and Tahibo was one of them. And another name for Tahibo is powder arco, and you may know this herb by that name, powder arco. So powder arco is something that I have used a lot in the past. You can buy powder arco tea. The difference with this product is that it's a tincture. It's an alcohol tincture, and there's a reason why that's really important. So Tahibo is made from the inner bark of a tree called the lapacho tree. And the lapacho tree grows in pretty much every South American country, in Mexico, some of the Caribbean islands. And it has been used for millennia as something that can heal the human body. One of the things that is important to know about this particular tincture of Tahibo is that the herb itself has some really powerful healing compounds. They're called naphthoquinones, and these quinones are not water soluble. So when we drink powder arco tea, which is a wonderful thing to drink, but we're not getting these powerful compounds because they're not water soluble. They have to be extracted through alcohol. So what is Tahibo and what do we use it for? First of all, it is a broad spectrum antimicrobial. So basically it's a natural antibiotic. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory. And it's also an incredible immune builder. So it's antibacterial, it's antiviral, it's antifungal, antiparasitic. You can use it internally, you can use it externally. The wonderful thing about Tehibo is that unlike a lot of other herbs that are used as natural antibiotics, like colloidal silver, for instance, wonderful thing to use. But it doesn't support the immune system in the same way as Tehibo does. So the boosting of the immune system, the entire immune system, which is made up of a lot of different things, right? Proteins, chemicals, different organs in our body, blood cells, all of these things make up what we call the immune system. And one of Tehibo's gifts is that it impacts our immune system on every level. So it enhances our immune system's ability to fight invading microbes that we don't want in our body. So we can take Tehibo on an ongoing basis. I take it every day because it supports my immune system. Or if you don't want to do that, every time you feel like you're coming down with something, grab the bottle of Tehibo. It's amazing. I mean, you can take it if you've got something going on with you, you can take it every couple hours for as long as you need to. The wonderful thing about Tehibo is that there's no known toxic amount that's ever been found. So we can't overdo it. One of the very few things that that's true about.
There's not many.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. There's been a lot of research done on Tehibo over the last, probably 50, 60 years, mainly in Brazil, because a lot of it grows down there. And there's a couple of quinones, which are the healing compounds in there, that have been extensively studied for their ability, and this is just in a clinical setting, when that particular compound has been extracted out of the Tehibo. One of the main ones is called Quechua, and that has been shown in every clinical study to completely destroy every cancer cell it comes in contact with. The sad thing, however, is that Quechua can't be given to us as a separate thing because it's too toxic for the human system on its own like that. And there's been a lot of pharmaceutical companies who have tried to create a synthetic version of that for cancer treatment. Actually, I found one. Where did I write it down? There is an anti-cancer remedy that is being used for leukemia mainly, and it's chemically very similar to the compounds in Tehibo. That's about the closest thing that we've got at this point. What else? So one of the things about Tehibo, as I mentioned, is that it's in an alcohol tincture. And there are people who don't want to put that alcohol in their body. I have a friend who's an ex-alcoholic, and he doesn't go anywhere near anything with alcohol. So one of the things you can do is add add a few droppers of the Tahibo to a small amount of boiling water or very, very hot water, and let it sit there until it cools down. During that time, the alcohol, the heat from the water makes the alcohol evaporate off, basically, and then you can drink it. And this is the way a number of people give it to their children, because it's totally safe for kids as well. If people have cuts or sores on their body, that's one of the primary things that I would go to. It also has natural pain-killing abilities, I guess. And one of my very first experiences of using Tahibo was not long after I joined Life Force. I had to have some oral surgery, and Wayne Hillman, he and his wife were the founders of Life Force, actually, he said to me, use the Tahibo. And up to that point, I'd only used powder Arco tea, and not very often. So after my surgery, as soon as I got out of the dental chair, I actually put the droppers of Tahibo in my mouth, held it over the stitches, and I did that probably every hour for the next, 12 hours or so. I had no pain. There was no swelling, no inflammation. There was nothing. It just healed amazingly. And so that's every time I've had extensive dental work done, and every time I have any kind of dental surgery, that's what I do, is I use Tahibo. I'm not a great fan of drugs. I mean, they have their place, and occasionally they can be life-saving and amazing. But for me, I like to go the natural way as much as I can. So, one other thing about Tahibo before I move on, I mentioned that it's an antifungal. I have seen it do amazing things with people who have like nail fungus, toenail fungus, that kind of thing. People who have tried everything and suddenly use Tahibo, and oh my gosh, it's disappearing. It's powerful stuff. It really is. It's something. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So here we have the Tahibo. It is in a dropper. This is 2 ounces. And as an herbalist, I used it a lot for parasites. So if somebody felt that they have some type of parasites going on, or a digestive issue that had symptoms of what a parasitic inhabitation would provide, we would do the Pa di Arco. And I also had made tinctures. But I was super excited when I saw this coming in with the Life Force products, because as you mentioned, it's anti-inflammatory, it's antimicrobial, it's antifungal, antiviral, antibacterial, and supports the immune system, and has a lot of antioxidant properties.
Mm-hmm.
So it's super simple to use. Now, do you do by dropper full or by drops?
Dropper's full.
Dropper. So as you pull it up, and folks will say, but it's not it's not filling up. Well, this little bulb here is designed to be the right size for a dose. So it's going to pull up what it needs, unless you're at the bottom and there's just not enough. But you're going to take this, put it in your mouth, under your tongue. And I love the fact that you mentioned the part where you can leave it out or put it in hot water, and then that dissipates the alcohol part of it. And it just absorbs so quickly into the bloodstream, because, your veins are closest to the surface under your tongue. So if you put something under your tongue, it's going to absorb quickly. And I really like the fact that you brought up the part of painkiller, which I never used Pa di Arco for. And now whenever anybody has anything going on in their mouth that could be, you know, canker sores or any type of infection in their gums. Pa Diarco with the colloidal silver, which Life Force has one, Youngevity has one, are the go-tos for that.
Yeah, they work great together, actually.
Yeah, so like Dr. Wallach says, but drop her under one side and drop her on the other side, and let's put Tahibo in the middle or wherever and let them work together for you. So thank you so much for that, Christa. Now, are you ready to move on to the next product?
I am. And I know I've spent a lot of time on Tahibo.
No, you're fine.
Yeah,
Keep going.
Just one thing is, because it's an alcohol tincture, when you put it in your mouth, it might burn a little, but that doesn't last long. So yeah.
Very minimal.
Very minimal. Okay. I am going to move on to Recharge Recovery, also called Rebalance. And this product is a combination of Ayurvedic herbs, which are adaptogenic. They're antioxidant, and it also contains some what we call nootropic compounds, which are things that affect our mood, affect our mind and our brain function. So one of the most, I think the power of this product lies in the potency and the percentages of the ingredients in there, as well as their synergistic effects of working together. So the primary focus is, as the name suggests, rebalance. It's called Rebalance, Recharge, Recovery, is to bring our bodies to a place of homeostasis and help us keep that, which basically means everything's in balance in our body. Physical, mental, emotional, it works on every level. It's also, it's wonderful for, as the name suggests, recovery, for recovering from exercise, from, if you work out, anything like that, as well as day-to-day living. We have a lot of stress in our lives. We all do. I don't know anybody that doesn't. And as we know, stress creates inflammation in the body. It creates what we call oxidative stress. And that harms our body. And so to be able to use something that's natural, that supports the body in mitigating that, if you will, bringing down cortisol levels, because when we're stressed, whether that's through exercising, whether that's through emotional, mental stress, whatever that is, cortisol levels rise. And if they don't come back down again the way they're meant to, we have these adrenal hormones that are meant to go up and down, right? Probably familiar with adrenaline. We feel adrenaline when we get a shock or something, and then it dissipates. Same with cortisol, except that in this day and age, it doesn't often go down to where it should be. And so things like these products, especially when they contain something called adaptogens, adaptogenic herbs, that's one of the things they do, is they regulate your body's cortisol, because when you're overproducing all the time, that causes great harm to your body and it puts on weight. So we want to mitigate that as much as possible. Another thing about Recharge Recovery is that moving to the word recovery, is that it definitely does some wonderful things for people who do work out. So It speeds up muscle recovery. It speeds up nervous system recovery. It supports the body to get rid of lactic acid buildup. Just a whole bunch of things that happen as we're constantly pushing ourselves during our life. The nootropic compounds that are in there work, like I mentioned, work on how we feel, work on our brain function, work on the neurotransmitters that we produce, like serotonin, things that make us feel happy, right? That increase a positive outlook on life. That's a big part of this product as well. So wonderful, wonderful product to add to what you're doing on a daily basis. And you can mix it with other things. I just put in my water bottle every day, along with whatever else I put in there. You know, usually a mineral stick powder, whatever I put in there, I'll just mix it with something else. So, oh, one more thing. It also contains a really good level and spectrum of all the B vitamins, as well as vitamin C and some other minerals and stuff. And they are vital for activating the Krebs cycle in our body, which is basically where our body produces its own metabolic energy. So it's not like drinking a cup of coffee and you get energized. This is our body's own energy production. So again, a wonderful thing, not just for athletes, but for our day-to-day life. Okay, so want to say anything, Becca, or should I move on?
Frozen? Well, I just wanted to point out some of the things, because you had mentioned the nootropic parts of it and the adaptogen. And a lot of people may not understand what nootropic means. So there's some of my favorite things that I see that's inside of this recharge and recovery is the Bacopa Monnieri, which has cognitive enhancing, which may help improve memory, learning, focus. It has anxiety reduction properties to it. I mean, every herb has some amazing things that are not out. The anxiety reduction, of course, you're helping to reduce anxiety and stress levels. The neurotropic protection, which can potentially protect the brain cells from damage. And then ashwagandha, that adaptogen, amazing. More support for stress reduction. It also lends to helping with hormone balance, immune support. It's anti-inflammatory. The astaxanthin, oh my goodness, another antioxidant powerhouse to help to protect the cells from damage, which also is very important and has been shown to be great for eye health, and can improve your eye health, not just your eye health, but also your vision and the skin. This is the one that you mentioned. You can even put it on your skin and protect it from sun damage. I don't think you mentioned that part of it, but you know, there's a lot of different things that you can do internally and externally using these products, like what Life Force brings to the table. And we don't want to forget the aloe vera. Aloe vera, I think, is pretty well known for soothing cuts and burns and minor skin irritations. But think about what it can be doing on the inside of the digestive system as well, and helping to support the digestive system and the immune support, besides moisturizing. It's just absolutely fantastic. I'm out of this one, and you have reminded me why I need to reorder the recharge and recovery. So thank you so much for that, Christa. What is the next product that you wanted to mention?
Okay, I think the next one is Vital Start. And Vital Start is basically cardio beats on steroids. It is an amazing product. And again, the power comes from the potency of the ingredients that are in there. There are quite a number of different proprietary ingredients in there that increase the potency of each of those things. I don't understand how they do that because it's a proprietary thing. They have their own way of doing it, the companies that create these. But there is one called Vinatrox, which is a proprietary blend of apple and grape polyphenols. There is something called Citron K, again, a potentized proprietary compound of something called Garcinia cambodia. There is something called astrogen. Astrogen is, again, a potentized blend of the herbs astragalus and ginseng. And then there's also a proprietary curcumin compound in there as well. And we all know the power of that. One of the main ingredients is, of course, beetroot. And oh my gosh, this product is so, it's such an amazing product. So it basically has three focuses: cardiovascular health, immune system health, and athletic support. So the cardiovascular part of it is probably the primary part of it. Beetroot and Vinatrox in particular, which is the apple and grape polyphenols, they are potent sources of what we call dietary nitrates. And dietary nitrates are they're compounds that exist in foods. When you take them into your body, they eventually become something called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a powerful vasodilator, which means that it dilates blood vessels. So when that happens, blood pressure drops, blood flows more easily through the body, oxygen travels more easily to the body, especially to the brain, as well as the heart. And so we have this incredible opening up of basically our entire arterial system in our body. So that is one of the primary things. Another thing about nitric oxide is that our bodies produce it naturally. It's part of our immune system. But like a lot of things, as we age, as the health of our bodies are impacted by lifestyle choices, by toxicity, environmental toxins, just all kinds of things, stress, a lot of things that occur simply as part of day-to-day living end up decreasing the amount of nitric oxide that our bodies produce. And so having something like this is a huge gift. So our white blood cells are what we call our frontline soldiers, if you will, of our immune system. So they are the ones that roam through the body, finding things that shouldn't be there, right? Parasites, viruses, bacteria, different microbes that are causing us distress in our body. And their job is to eliminate these things. How they do that is that they use nitric oxide to kill bacteria, to stop viruses from, replicating. It's powerful stuff. And when we don't produce enough nitric oxide, our immune system suffers. And we can't fight off invaders the way that we used to. So nitric oxide does a lot of amazing things in our body. And to be able to utilize something like this on a daily basis is a huge gift, like I said. There is also, in this product too, something called astaxanthin, which Becca mentioned earlier. It's the most powerful antioxidant that is known to science at this point. And it also does wonderful things for our heart. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory. It affects our cholesterol levels. So it's been shown to raise HDL cholesterol and lower LDL cholesterol. And HDL, of course, is the one that you want the higher amount of, and LDL you want the lower amount of, right? So it does a lot of very specific heart-related things in our body, as well as a lot of other things. Garcinia is another thing that has been shown to lower triglycerides in the body and affect cholesterol levels in our body in a way that brings more health to our system. What else do we have? Sorry, I'm referring to my notes here again. Astragalus, another herb that has wonderful, potent effects on our heart. It also works on our cholesterol levels. One of the things, actually, I was reading recently, one of the things that astragalus is most known for is positively affecting a person's heart that has any kind of heart disease. And it's currently interesting to me, considering what we've been through over the last few years. It's currently being studied because of its wonderful impact on myocarditis and how it decreases the effects of myocarditis. So it's a powerful thing to have as part of a product, especially focused on cardiovascular health. I think, I'm looking at the time. The immune system, we talked about the nitric oxide. Astaxanthin, again, works as an incredible support for our immune system because it increases the body's production of what's called NK cells, which are natural killer cells. And these are cells that the body produces to kill off other cells that are diseased, and that happens in our body. So another way that this product can support our immune system. What else is in here? Oh my gosh. Curcumin. We know, probably most of us are really familiar about curcumin because we have a wonderful turmeric product with Youngevity. This particular curcumin complex that we have in this product is it's a proprietary curcumin compound that is water soluble. So it's able to completely get into the cells in our body and do all its amazing things, right? Because it strengthens our immune cells. It allows our body to produce more immune cells in all parts of our immune system. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory. It's a powerful antioxidant. It does so much in our body. So, yeah.
So is the Vital Start, is it only in powder and stick form?
It's only in powder and stick form. Yes.
Okay. So one thing that I absolutely love about this, and we didn't really mention it about the previous ones, is Life Force isn't using any artificial sweeteners, artificial flavors. They're not putting in their caffeine. They're vegan and diabetic friendly, which those are some pretty important things. And as I'm looking at the Vital Start, I mean, this is packed full of a lot of micronutrients. And the B vitamins methylated. So for those of you that need that methylated component in your B vitamins, absolutely Vital Start is something that you want to look at. I had somebody just over the weekend wanting to know, what can I do to increase nitric oxide? This is one of those products that can help give your body what it needs to be able to do that. And, you know, you had mentioned, you know, the vascular and opening up the systems today. And the nitric oxide, one of the things that it does, it helps to strengthen that endothelium, that lining within your blood vessels, where, I don't know, people don't realize that there's little pumps throughout, especially the legs, that keep that blood flowing. And the nitric oxide is important for keeping that strong. So, I mean, folks, if you're having any type of circulatory system issues, the Vital Start stuff, I think absolutely something you want to consider.
Yeah, definitely. Just one more thing that I want to say about the products that I've been talking about. Most of the ingredients are organic. And that is true with most of the Life Force products. We use organically sourced ingredients as much as possible.
And I said there are a few things in here that may not be available or is organic, but wild crafted, which through my studies, wild crafted are more important than anything that is produced.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, we have some pretty smart viewers here. As Curtis is mentioning, you know, there's a couple things that he mentioned that can help improve nitric oxide that we can do on our own as we're waiting for these products to be delivered. Humming. So humming is something that it increases your nasal nitric oxide levels. So it's helping to oxygenate and increase the airflow that then stimulates the passages, and that's through humming. And helps to increase
that. Humming also stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which most of us need.
Yes, absolutely. And then he mentioned oil pulling, which I haven't found a whole lot of studies that support oil pulling itself, other than helping to keep a clean mouth, which is very important for hygiene. And when we have better hygiene, then things start working better as well. And it may indirectly influence nitric oxide levels because of better oral health. So thank you so much, Curtis, for sharing that information. And you had mentioned cortisol. So stress increases cortisol. And for many of us that are trying to lose weight and just like, we feel like we hit that brick wall. Well, that cortisol may be what's preventing us from being able to reach those weight goals. And that's where these products come in and help as adaptogens that also help with the anxiety and ability to handle stress. So, folks, lots of things to think about today. What's the next product do you want to feature on today's program?
Do we have time for one more?
Well, okay, we do have a hand. We do have somebody with their hand up with a question. So the next one, is it pretty quick, or do we want to save it for next time?
It's pretty quick. So, yeah. So the other one I wanted to mention is something called Gentle Fiber. And Gentle Fiber, again, pretty much all organic ingredients. its primary focus is to clean the digestive tract, to feed nutrients into the intestinal wall, and to heal any intestinal disorder that is going on. So it's a combination of aloe vera and seaweed, and at Life Force we love our aloe vera and seaweed, and a whole collection of different organic herbs that do those functions. We also have spirulina and barley grass powder, and just a bunch of different things in there. Montmorillonite, which is a medicinal clay that is an incredible detoxifier. Just all kinds of amazing things. What I love about Gentle Cleanse is that it's simple. It's simple. There's no take this first thing in the morning and then 2 hours later drink this and then 3 hours later do this. And this is simple. It's just one and done, basically. The thing about it is that it's only meant to be used for short periods of time. So up from a week to 2 weeks. It does contain senna and Cascara sagrada, which are two herbs that it's not recommended you use those herbs over a long period of time, because what happens is your peristaltic muscles, because what these do is they basically start pushing waste through your colon. If you take these herbs, over and over and over again for months and months at a time, without a break, then the muscles of your colon, they just start depending on that stuff to get rid of things, and they stop, they'll stop working, or they'll, not work anywhere near as efficiently. It's like working any muscle in your body. If it stops, if you don't do it, the muscle gets flaccid and doesn't work properly. The same happens in your colon. It's a muscle, and it has to work to push things through. Every now and again, it needs help. And this is one of those things that can be incredibly helpful. So basically, you just take it once or twice a day for a week or 2 weeks. And then you have a break. If you want to do it again, you can do it the next month, as long as you have that break in the middle. And it's a wonderful thing to do for any kind of cleansing routine, any kind of detox that you're doing, is to add something like gentle fiber. So that's all I want to say about that.
Well, again, as I'm looking through these ingredients, coming from that herbalist perspective, you've got things in here like inulin, which is a prebiotic fiber. It's a fiber that feeds those probiotics, which is fantastic. The psyllium, which helps to move things along with the apple fiber. But getting more down into it, you've got things like burdock root, dandelion root, things that are going to be doing not just helping to cleanse the intestines, but also looking at that liver support. There's things in here that help with diarrhea and things that help with constipation. So it's creating that synergistic effect, helping to create a very clean but balanced and gentle. I love the fact that you really focused on that gentle part, and simple. So again, folks, if you're looking for something for helping to cleanse and clean out the digestion, eliminating those things that may be hanging out in there, the gentle fiber, you want to make sure that you get back with the person that shared this program with you. And Let them know what you want to try. Let them know. Just say, hey, can you help me figure out what it is that I might need? And then if they say yes, then say, okay, I've got this, and this going on. And if they're a certified holistic health coach, chances are they even have a health evaluation that you can take and find out what your health score is and use that as a baseline to help monitor your progress. So if the individual that you're working with or you're not working with anybody does not have that health evaluation, you can go to score.dailywithdoc.com. Make sure in the comments if you're working with somebody, or there's even a place where you can say who referred you. But if you're working with somebody, include their name there as well, so that we know who we need to work with to help you get on that great health journey that you're looking for. So, Christa, let's go to a hand. And Bill, can you unmute yourself, please?
Thank you for being with us again, Christa.
You're welcome.
It's been 2 months. Okay. Yeah, it was November 15th. Anyway, I'll definitely be using the that'll start for high blood pressure. I'm going back to the doctor tomorrow, but I'll get on some medication, but get on this. But for arthritis, I would assume the Flexio Plus and the Osteo Pure Care.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'd look at. Absolutely. You're spot on.
Okay. Also for our audience, if you would tell us what the Life Force Starter Kit is. I believe it's 5 or 6 products.
You know what?
We have an
Somebody
introductory
else probably has that information. I'm afraid I don't have the information of exactly what's in there. I have
You were wanting to know the starter kit, Bill?
Yeah.
Yep, for our audience.
All right, so I can go ahead and pull that up here because there are a few different kits. And I've got a question asking, where do you find these products? Folks, if you're not working with anybody, you can go to dailywithdoc.com, or even if you are and you know what your Youngevity preferred customer number is, we do offer the wholesale pricing through Youngevity or through dailywithdoc.com. You'll be able to click on shop, then click on Life Force, and you'll see the Life Force products that we're talking about today. So in the Life Force Start Pack, it is showing, there's also a mega pack. So it is showing, let me see if I can find the one that you're referring to, because there's the bone and joint starter pack, the Restore and Recovery with the Body Balance is a pack. Bill, I'm sorry. I'm not seeing real quick.
As a preferred customer or a rep, I believe it's like $166.95 for 6 products.
And what did you say the name of it was?
It's the Life Force pack. Maybe it's a sample pack, but I believe it's like
there's about 30 different packs in Life Force.
Okay.
So we've got the Cornerstone, the Colon Cleanse, the Immune Support. There's a lot of different products. But like I said, if you go to dailywithdoc.com, click on Shop Life Force, you will see many of the Life Force products. Not all of them, as we are still adding those to our shop, to our store as well, but they are coming from Youngevity, shipped direct from the warehouse, and fresh, genuine product. So don't go anywhere else whenever you're wanting to get any of the Youngevity products, period, because you don't know how long they've been sitting on somebody's shelf, if it's new stock or if it's even genuine and authentic. Folks, make sure that you get back with the person that shared this program with you. Now we have AJ with his hand up. AJ, what question are you bringing into today's Daily with Doc?
Well, Christa, just along those same lines, I guess the question would be, if you were just starting on taking the 90 essential nutrients and needed products, which Life Force products would you include? What are the crucial life force? I know you mentioned a good number today, but what are the crucial life force products that you would want to see included in a basic foundational nutritional program?
Okay, that's a great question. So you're already taking the 90 for life. What would you add to that?
Well, even if, let's say you weren't taking a 90 for life, what would you grab from the Life Force line of products that would kind of give you a full broad spectrum of the 90 essential nutrients? And then certainly you can answer the other question.
Right. Okay, so what I would do is I would do the body balance. I would do the osteo pro care. I would do one of the protein powders. The body balance and osteo pro care, I think, are the two basics. The only thing missing from that is the amino acids, which you would need to add one of the protein powders for that. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Nope.
My memory is kind of having big blips.
No worries. I love questions on people.
Yeah, it's
with the essential fatty acids, is there anything, or should we just use the Youngevity?
Just use the Youngevity one. There are some in the body balance, but there's not enough. They're only in trace amounts. Okay. So definitely people would need a lot more than that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's one, I'm just trying to think, there's one of the protein, Life Force has two different protein products. One of them is a complete meal replacement. And that is definitely, for me, that's what I'd add, because that would give you really good amounts of everything else that you
not the amino charge.
Yeah. So it's the what's called B full amino charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Awesome. As you can see, I've got the amino charge. I've got the B full amino charge, two that I use. The B full being the meal replacement, the amino charge just primary being your amino acids, which are proteins, folks. Things that are needed to help support life, let alone muscle. I mean, so that's something that people are really into, protein powders. Well, you're looking at amino acids and things that are supportive of the body as a whole. And when we think of muscle, we don't forget your heart is a muscle as well, as they were working with those soft muscle type organs throughout the whole entire body. That also needs those amino acids that you can find in the amino charge or the B full amino charge if you're looking for a great meal replacement. Christa, thank you so much for bringing more awareness, allowing us to help to promote the Life Force products and the synergistic benefits that they bring to the body in their blends. Absolutely love it. And you are just amazing as you continue to work through and do, hey, we adapt, right?
We do. It is incredible how we adapt. I mean, I know I've come a long way, but I've still got gaps.
You are fantastic, fabulous. We appreciate you so very much and being part of what makes the Daily with Doc show more complete as a resource to an amazing community. So, folks, if you were referred by somebody specific, get back with them. If there is nobody that referred you, you're not working with anybody, we do have a call team available at 855-949-3377. We are now 24/7. So give us a call. And if nobody answers, leave a message, as we will be getting back to the people that leave messages. If you just call and we see a number, we may not just reply or call back. But if you leave a message, we absolutely will. So again, 855-949-3377. We are at the top of the hour. If I could get our co-hosts on the screen with us, that would be absolutely fantastic, as I'm not able to do this by myself with all the different platforms that are going on, all the questions that are coming through, and making sure that we let you know, folks, this is a resource. This is not meant to take the place of your primary care physician, nor are the products meant to treat, diagnose, or cure any disease. The FDA requires us to say this. But you take a look at any of the ingredients and you go to pubmed.gov, a government website that has lots of documentation. You can look up nutrients, you can look up herbs, you can look up all sorts of things, and it will give you the research behind what we are saying that supports, most importantly, supports what we are bringing to you on the Daily with Doc show, including the amazing Life Force products. And Christa Way, we are so glad to have you.
Oh,
So welcome to the Youngevity.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And today we have on with us as our co-host team, we have Sherry. Sherry is part of the tech crew part of the team. And as you can see, she's got some certificates there behind her, as she is a lifelong learner and going into a program to learn even more as well. Super excited to have her join us as a practitioner of naturopathic medicine. We have Albert, way down in South Africa, joining us, as he is our gatekeeper today, letting people in the waiting from the waiting room so that they can hear today's program live in person in the Zoom. Thank you so much, Albert. We have Marilyn. So folks, if you were here and you didn't have that chat open, you missed out on a lot. She's putting in there information, repeating what is being spoken into text so that you can even see it, and take pictures of it or whatever, screenshots, whatever it is that you need to help you remember, take notes, and get back with the person that referred you to this program. Again, you don't want to go to those big box stores, as you never know what you are getting. And biggest thing, when you're working with a distributor, most of the time they're a health coach, they're a health advocate, somebody that believes in and has done research and knows about Dr. Wallach's philosophy and approach to health. You're not going to get that through a big box store. And for people that do choose to purchase that way, I charge for my time when I'm doing coaching. But if you purchase from us, the coaching can be greatly reduced, if not free. So please keep that in mind, folks. We also have with us Ruth Ellen, my executive production manager, who helps to keep us organized and on task. Thank you so much, Ruth Ellen, as she is pushing the stream out to the different platforms, so that you who are watching it out on the World Wide Web can find it easily. And we have Ms. Kaylee, who is helping us with our social media side and creating awareness to just help people think, or get them starting to think that there are options that they can do on their own. So thank you so much, Kaylee. And we have AJ, the man behind the newsletter that goes out, and also the man who has helped us get on all these different platforms. So AJ is my digital marketing director, and I just want to say thank you to all of you, those that are watching, those that hear the sound of my voice. You just invested time into yourself. Take that next step to make sure that you are getting what your body needs on the inside to help it perform at its optimal best. Get back with the person that shared this program with you. And again, if there's no one to thank, feel free to visit our website, dailywithdoc.com, as we do have a store there. that offers all the products that we mentioned today, plus the 90 essential nutrients. And we just want to do a big shout out to Dr. Wallach, as I see he is here with us as well, author, founder of this crusade. Thank you so much, Dr. Wallach, for all that you do. And folks, just have a fabulous day, and know, even if you have some poor health things going on, you don't have to keep them. As Dr. Wallach's research and the research of others and the founding of the science of epigenetic has proven that what we put in our bodies and what we have in our environments will determine the expression of our genes. And the whole theory of genetic, a lot of it's idiopathic, and epigenetics proves that the theory of disease transmission through genetics is incorrect. So folks, have a fabulous day. My name is Becca Dukes. If you'd like to know more information about our Certified Holistic Health Coach course, go to coach.dailywithdoc.com. Again, that's coach.dailywithdoc.com. Till next time, join us tomorrow as we will have Dr. Judy back. I'm super excited as she goes really deep in depth. This week, Wednesday, which is going to be the 15th of January, we will have Dr. Rudy Garza on with us again, talking about the structural part of, and I think this week we're going to be talking about the discs. So degeneration, bulging, herniated, that's what we're going to be talking about on Wednesday. Thursday, we have Dr. Joel Wallach on with us, the founder of this crusade. And Friday, I believe we have pharmacist Ben again, and we're going to be doing questions and answers, folks. So tune in Monday through Friday, 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific, 1 to 2 Mountain, 2 to 3 Central, and 3 to 4 Eastern. And if you're in South Africa at this time of the year, it is 10 to 11 p.m. AEST. So everybody have a fabulous day. Bye for now. Thank you again, Christa.
You're welcome.
Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health. Dr. Joel Wallach. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach.